Hey Insiders, it's Daniel Pickett, and it's time for another one of Julius's Jumbo Corner, where we take a look at some jumbo action figures. This time it's going to be one of the Gentle Giant Star Wars figures. Specifically, it is the Jetpack Mandalorian, which represents the Beskar armor Mandalorian from the end of Season 1 and most of Season 2, and kind of what we're seeing in Season 3 also. So we showed you at the first episode of Season 1, we showed you the original Season 1 Jumbo Mandalorian. That's him right here, that version. And so now we're going to take a look at the second version, which is this one right here, that has his silver Beskar armor and the jetpack. So it's a totally different card than the other one, different background, different color for the pill. A Season 2 rendering here of the figure, or of the character actually. Then on the back we see Grogu back here, and we've got the Mandalorian riding on a swoop bike, which was fun to see. It says the Mandalorian Jetpack. This jumbo figure is inspired by events from Star Wars The Mandalorian. It represents the latest in a new series of jumbo figures spotlighting the entirety of the Star Wars saga, featuring classically styled sculpting and details, including an authentic poncho and blaster. This posable figure is styled to resemble the Star Wars figure of old, but at an epic 12-inch scale. It is manufactured to exacting standards and come packaged in a resealable clamshell blister. May the Force be with you. So that's the text on it, and then down here we have some of the other figures that have been released. By now, all of these are out and available. A couple of them are exclusives to some different places. That first Mandalorian was exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store. The white Boba Fett was a exclusive to the Premier Guild. The Imperial Commander was a convention exclusive, and Grand Moff Tarkin was an Entertainment Earth exclusive. So they're out there. You just got to kind of look around for all of them to find them. So let's open it up and see inside. Okay, here you can see the figure out of the package. He has got great shiny silver armor. You can see he has the Mudhorn sigil on his pauldron here. He's got this great thick sort of pleather cape. It's a lot like the one on the other figure. However, the original Season 1 figure, you can see with the Season 1 figure, its cape wore sort of like the traditional early Star Wars figures where it went over the shoulders, whereas this version is sort of the later, like we saw with Return of the Jedi and Power of the Force figures. So it's great that they did this sort of difference here. I thought that was really clever. While they look like their bodies are almost entirely the same, they reuse the same legs, the same arms, their torsos are in fact different. As you can see with this Mandalorian, he has no sort of jetpack on his back whatsoever, whereas with the Jetpack Mandalorian, he does in fact have a jetpack back there. He does have a red rocket, that's kind of a tribute to the original Boba Fett figure. It doesn't come out or anything. It's stuck in there, but it's got, a lot of the same details that we saw on the original vintage figure, which I think are super fun. He also comes with a different weapon than the first figure. He's got one of his pistols, as opposed to, what we saw with the first figure, which was that more sort of long gun that he used in the opening of the holiday special and then in the beginning of Season 1. So that's a great, kind of beefing up his arsenal too, which I love. So, we can just take a look, quick spin, front, side, back, and other side with that sigil, as you can see. So great, they're very sturdy, they're heavy vinyl. While they're somewhat hollow, they are a very thick vinyl, so they are still heavy. They've got weight and heft to them, and I've always loved this line. I continue to love this line. I like that they are, expanding past the original Kenner figures into some of these other universes. But I also like that they're, we just had Star Wars Celebration, so we saw they're actually going back and hitting some more Kenner things. We saw 8D8, we saw the Lando Skiff Guard, and then we saw Jabba's band, which is very, very exciting. So glad to see the Gentle Giant, is playing in all the different playgrounds that is the Star Wars universe. And I am happy to keep collecting these guys. So here's a quick comparison with the original Boba Fett figure that Gentle Giant put out. This is the new Jetpack, and this is the Season 1 Mandalorian. So as you can see, they look great in a lineup together. They very much maintain that vintage look that Kenner first established and that Gentle Giant has always replicated so well. I've recorded this the night before that the season finale for The Mandalorian came out, so we have no idea where the season is going to end up or how it's going to happen, what's going to happen to our hero. But I've been excited. I've been enjoying the journey of this season, and I can't wait to see where it goes, and then I can't wait to see what happens with Ahsoka next. So we're going to keep bringing you lots more looks at these terrific jumbo figures. As I've said before, I've been a fan since the beginning, and I just keep collecting, keep being impressed, and keep adding to my collection. And thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with lots more toys and toy goodness here on Action Figure Insider and at actionfigureinsider.com.